kick to Norwood in the middle of the ground, and the kick to a 2-on-1 contest. Came off hands to Patterson. Chance here for Norwood. There's a quick kick to full forward and a goal coming up. That was a little bit fortuitous for the Norsemen, but it came off, and a goal kick there by McCubbin, and that gives Norwood their first, and they lead by 6 points. And there's going to be a free kick. It will go to the Norwood team. Not sure who's going to take it though. Nobody's standing the mark. That's pretty lax there from Rowville. That kick was by Schill, and what a terrific mark taken there by McCubbin. There we go. There's a short pass. Nice pass there by Agnew, and he has found a teammate in Dixon. So Lachlan Dixon, or Lockie and Dixon, on a slide angle. If he's a left footer, it's going to be quite a tough angle, but if he's a right footer, should sink this goal, and that's exactly what he's done. So 2 goals for Dixon, 2 goals for Norwood, first goal for Dixon, and the Norsemen lead by 13 points. And it's just always that extra intensity but pressure in a grand final. It's the last game of the season for both sides. So much riding on it. There's a thumping kick by Power, and a great mark taken there by McCubbin. Good grab taken by McCubbin, and he'll go back and line up for his second goal. It's also worth mentioning there's plenty of players who have been terrific footballers throughout the course of a season, but then don't perform on grand final day, and certainly none of these players will be hoping that's them today. This is McCubbin, walks in, and the kick is a good one. He's got his second. 2 goals on the board for McCubbin, 3 goals on the board for Norwood. So Lockie and Dixon, see what he can manage from the boundary. It was a tough kick, and it's been marked in the opposite pocket. So the mark held in the other forward pocket. This is going to be an even tougher kick. Probably have to go with the banana. Check side kick from this position. And if you're confident in yourself, these can be good fun, kicking these sorts of goals. It looks like that's what he's done. What's he done? Wait on the goal umpire. No, in fact, it looks as if it's, oh, I'm not too sure what's going on. Looks as if it's going to be a, okay, so it looks like it's a 25-metre penalty for infringing on the mark. So just came over the mark there. So McCubbin walks in, kicks the goal, makes no mistake, and makes sure of the goal. Gets his third, so that's a big first quarter for Zach. Does get underway. Norwood, of course, in the black strip, and Rowville in the gold. There's the kick forward, and it was a good kick by Sampson. Nice pass there by Alex Sampson, and good safe mark held by McCubbin, who was very dangerous in that first quarter. He kicked 3 goals. He kicked 3-1 in fact, and moves very well. He's a lovely kick as well. Great follow through. Look at that. That's a kicking style to watch and copy, I reckon. Zach McCubbin, 4 goals for the game, and Norwood now out to a 20. In defence, well played there by Deere. Not a great kick though, shocking kick actually. Put it out on the full. Free kick to Norwood, who lead by 9 points. Second half of this, the under-14 Division A Grand Final. That's a pretty good kick. It was a terrific kick by, I think that was Agnew. What a goal. That's an amazing goal from the boundary. Terrific kick right to the line, got there, and first goal to start the second half. Boundary throw in. Tap one down there by Dalla. Chance here for Agnew, races in and kicks the goal, and that's 2 goals in this term for Dylan Agnew, and Norwood just establishing a little bit of a handy buffer midway through the third quarter. Got boot to bowl, McPherson got it on to Cuff, Cuffs kick, chance here for Norwood. Shot at the goal, taken by Stevens. What's he done? He has kicked it. Great goal there for Aaron Stevens. And Norwood take their lead out to 28 points. Came away there from Jenkins. Michael Casey was stripped of the ball. This is promising. Agnew, what's he done? He's kicked another goal. And they are running riot, Norwood, at the moment. Playing some great football. And Dylan Agnew gets his third goal. Well, Godden, Manette. No, in fact, that was... this is Agnew. Can he kick his fourth? What's he done? Was it touched on the line? No, it wasn't. 4 goals for Dylan Agnew in this quarter. What a third quarter for him. 4 goals he's kicked. And that was great footy again from Norwood. They stretched their lead further here in the third quarter. So 23-point lead to Norwood. 12 goals 5 to 8 goals 6. This is Sharp. Off and running. Sharp's kick. What a mark. That should be paid. That was a sensational grab by McCubbin. Didn't hold it for all that long, but it was really just the crash, the bodies crashing into him, which dislodged the ball, because he certainly got his hands nice and clean to that one. So Zach McCubbin has kicked 4 goals today. Lines up for goal number 5. And he walks in. Should kick this. And that will be the sealer. And he has kicked it. 5 goals from McCubbin. And the sealer put on the board. Norwood now lead once again. Norwood come away again. And that was a good pass for Agnew, who was the star of the third quarter with 4 goals. Chance here for Dixon. What can Dixon manage? That's an amazing goal. What a goal for Lockie and Dixon. And that is, without a doubt, now the sealer. Norwood are going to win this grand final. What a great goal for Dixon. Out of defence, Norwood, but Robertson, that was courage. Very courageous by Robertson. And I can't believe that we'll get a card here. That's a bit of a joke. Dylan Agnew's been given the yellow card. And I think he could tell that the umpire was fishing for it, so he wasn't completely surprised. He feigned some shock at that, but really that was, I mean, it was courage by Robertson, without a doubt. But I think Agnew can be forgiven for the contest he made. Then he had to contest it. In the end, it drifted off to the right. Good grab taken by Godden Manette. So he plays on, took the tackler on. That is a great tackle, and that must be holding the ball. That is a terrible decision by the umpire. And that's one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. I mean, that was a player who took a mark, tried to play on, took the tackler on, got held up. It was a perfect tackle, should have been rewarded. But it is all academic now because the siren has sounded, and that completes the win for Norwood, and in the end a win by 31 points. Norwood 14 goals 7, 91, defeating Rowville 9 goals 6, 60. Norwood led by 19 points at quarter time, by 9 points at half time, by 29 at 3/4 time, and they've come away with a 31-point win for them. Zach McCubbin kicked 5 goals and Dylan Agnew kicked 4. Jackson Anderson kicked 3 goals for Rowville. He was the only multiple goal kicker. But that's a terrific win by the Norwood under-14s team. And they led pretty well all day, deserving of their victory. And they've come from, done it the hard way. They had to win the preliminary final last weekend. They've backed up and won the grand final today. And so congratulations to Norwood. 14 goals, 7, 91, defeating Rowville at 9 goals, 6, 60. Congratulations to the Norsemen, as they are the under-14 Division A premiers for season 2008.